Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on every single NASCAR Cup Series driver. This is going to be a fun one because everybody has their own opinions and a lot of my opinions are very unpopular. Let's start with Aric Almirola. Oh my god. I cannot believe Aric Almirola has not won a race this year. Also, I cannot believe how many times he has been screwed over for a win. My goodness. His career, not even this year, just basically all of his career has just been going downhill since 2014. It's been going downhill since that year. Christopher Bell, this is a rookie. Not too much thoughts on him. He's decent, but he hasn't been running that good at all. Ryan Blaney. You know, this is just one of those drivers who you love to see him win, but sometimes when he wins too much, it just gets boring. I mean, I kind of expected him to win Talladega for the second time, but my goodness. It's just the only time I was really cheering for Blaney at all in this year was maybe in the Daytona 500. That's probably the only time I wanted Blaney to win. Alex Bowman. Okay, this might be a little bit biased, but I think if he didn't get screwed over at Charlotte, he could have won that race. Or Kevin Harvick could have won that race, but I mean, my God. Alex Bowman is another one of those drivers who's been screwed over a lot. Yes, I know he's at Hendrick Motorsports, but my God, he got screwed over at Charlotte, even though that kind of was his fault. He oversteered the car. That happens a lot at Charlotte. But man, he's gotten screwed over so much that I can't even count. Clint Bowyer, nothing really too much to say here. I mean, he's decent. Not gonna be like a championship contender or anything, but you know, he might win a race or two, but definitely not a championship contender. I think he's fine for where he's driving. But then again, he's driving at Stewart-Haas, and that's usually a top 5 team or top 10 team at best. So kind of sad to not see him get a win this year. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Clint Bowyer. Chris Buescher. Poor Chris Buescher. You know what? Chris Buescher sucks. That's all I have to say. Kyle Busch. Another driver who's been screwed over some wins. I actually really dislike Kyle Busch, but man, he's been screwed over a lot this year. Kurt Busch, yet again, not much words. He's just a decent driver. Nothing too much about him. Ooh boy, and this is when some people are gonna get kind of mad. William Byron. You know, it seemed like he had some talent in the dual race, but yet again, that's a dual race, and no one really cares about that. He's just been a disappointment ever since he's joined the Cup Series. I mean, 2018, we thought he was gonna, win a race. Didn't win a race. 2019, I thought he was gonna win a race. Didn't win a race at all. 2020 came close to getting a win, but he didn't get a win. Well, technically he did, but that was a duel, so it doesn't really count as a win at all. He is just a terrible driver. I mean, he's perfect in iRacing, but sometimes when you're so good in iRacing, that's probably means you're only good in iRacing. And that's the same case for Jason Jacoby, but that's for another video. Cole freaking Custer. Buster. You know, I usually don't want to make jokes about, custard, but I have to make a custard joke here. Ha 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 ha. Cold custard. Ice cream. Matt DiBenedetto. No talent at all. But hey, he came close to winning that race in Bristol, so everything you say is wrong. Shut up. Austin Dillon. Nothing much to say here. Ty Dillon. He got a pole. That's the most he's success this year. Oh my god. God. Chase freaking Elliott. My god. Man. When he got wrecked by Kyle Busch, I was defending him. I made a joke about him, but I didn't really have a problem. But then, some stuff started to happen. Bristol wrecked Joey Logano on purpose. Well, you know what his fans did? They defended him, as always. Chase Elliott has been meaningless since that day, so nothing really much on this guy. Chatfield Chum, I don't care. Joey Gase, I don't care. Denny Hamlin, oh boy. This is one of those drivers who you just, my god. It's cool to see him win, but my goodness, it's boring when he wins. Usually the races he wins are some of the most boring races ever. The only races that he wins that are not boring are Daytona 500s. Those are the only races he wins that aren't boring. My goodness. Kevin Harvick, another driver who I don't really care when he wins because he's just he should be retired at this point. I mean, even Ryan Newman is close to retiring. Kevin Harvick, my god. He should be out of the car by now. Timmy Hill, I don't care. Quinn Hoff, I don't care. Jimmy Johnson, I feel bad for the man. I mean, he's just, my god. Everything was going fine. I don't really care about Jimmy Johnson that much, but at Talladega, with 4 laps to go, about to get the win, and Kevin Harvick, like I said, I do not care about Kevin Harvick, might even hate him a little bit, decided to get into Jimmy. Well, technically it wasn't his fault. It was Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s fault, but still, my god. Couldn't he just only win that race? My goodness. Eric Jones, I don't care. Matt Kenseth, I don't care. Brad Keselowski, he wins a lot of races. That's all I have to say about him. Coy LaJoie, he's been just a disappointment. The only things he's been remembered for is almost killing Ryan Newman and getting involved with that Twitter beef with Denny Hamlin. Joey Logano, yet again, nothing too much to say here. Although he's got involved with a lot of stuff this year, which wasn't his fault, including the Chase Elliott scenario. McDowell, I don't care. John Nemechek, I don't care. Ryan Newman, I mean, he's had a decent season. He almost died in the Daytona 500, and since then, basically nothing has happened to him. He had a pretty convincing start at the Real Heroes 400 at Darlington, but he spun out on that race, and ever since then, he's just been a disappointment in the race car. Brennan Poole, I don't care. Ryan Preece, I don't care. Tyler freaking Reddick. This man right here is the worst driver in NASCAR. It might just be because he stole a stage from Alex Bowman, even though it was just a stage. But the stuff this man has done, it's just depressing. He had a very funny sponsor when he was racing at Phoenix called I Am Second, and he was racing second. That was pretty funny. But something that wasn't funny is he did a Mark Martin. He straight up did a Mark Martin. My God. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. basically kills everyone in the race. He's the one who gets into a very good NASCAR driver and ruins their race. For example, Jimmy Johnson basically spun him out. Also, another thing, Jimmy Johnson also spun out Ricky Stenhouse Jr., which led to him getting into a crash, not hitting the brakes, hitting the wall at Bristol, and collecting 5 cars. My God, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now, Daniel Suarez, not much words here. And Truex Jr., he's fine, not much words here. That cool light show in Martinsville was cool, I guess. J.J. Ellie, I don't care. And, the final one is Bubba Wallace. Ooh, boy. I saved the best for the last. Ooh, boy, this is gonna be interesting. You know, all the stuff he has been doing is fine, but can people just not... Do people just forget how horrible of a driver he is? I mean, he's had some good runs here and there, but my God. I know he races at a horrible race team, but come on. Not been having many good runs at all.